Evan here back in the Oasis once again, of course. Let's see. Switch that around. There we go. Kind of got a little bit of a late start. But I did say late night, early morning, so we're more toward the early morning part of it, obviously. I'll probably go for an hour. Just because there probably won't be a whole lot of people coming in around this time. Normally I'm ending around this time, so there's been a few times I think I started around this time, but see if we can't get some people in here and do a little bit of chatting, and then I'm going to do some more live streams here this week. I still have, I go back to 4th, so hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'll do a giveaway, but we'll see how that goes. That's kind of not up to me, you know what I mean? It's kind of depends on whether or not I get the subscribers. So it's getting close, though. It's getting a lot closer than what was I doing? What's up, Mr. Prime John 1? You should check out Mr. Prime John 1. Hey, I pointed in the right direction. You should check out Mr. Prime John 1, awesome brother from another mother. Make sure you check his channel out. He's part of our Retro Gaming Ghostbusters. When he was on the news, it's pretty damn cool. I thought that was news shit. WTJA. Hey, Mr. Liquor Cool 360. There's another awesome brother and awesome friend. Make sure you check him out on YouTube as well. Liquor Cool 360 and also Liquor Cool 440. He's got 2 channels with awesome content on it. Make sure you check him out. So, what was I going to do? Oh. I didn't think there'd be too many people coming in here, but hopefully get a few people in here. So yeah. Get my non-endorsed Coca-Cola. Yeah, no problem at all, brother. I've been playing Conan Exiles on PC. I know. I don't prefer PC. It's all right, but it's it's not really my cup of tea. I just wanted to play some game on there because I bought the gaming PC a few years ago, and I've had it for like 3-4 years now, and I haven't really done anything with it other than surf YouTube and put videos together and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it. I kind of felt like I had to play something on it before, you know. Aaron, go live on. Oh, I see what you're saying. Is he live now? But yeah, I'm gonna be going live. I'm gonna try to go live at least 2 other nights this week before I go back to work. I go back on the 4th, so I got like 5 days or whatever. So yeah. Well, I mean, it's already Wednesday because it's 2:30. But you guys know what I mean. You guys and gals know what I'm talking about. But sorry about this. I got. Sorry about that. I had to. An hour ago. Crap! I don't get notifications. For some reason, I don't get notifications on my phone. It seems like I don't know. It's weird. Like it hardly ever. The notifications hardly ever work on my phone. Like I don't get it. Like even like what am I trying to say? Even like stuff that's delivered from like Amazon and stuff, and the mail, USPS and everything. It seems like it tells me like an hour after the post office closes. Like, and it's some things I can get. Some things I can get from the without having to worry about the PO box. But any packages of any kind of size, they won't put in the PO box because they won't fit. So, and the post office closes at 12 every day. Like when I have off work like this, it's not so bad. But when I'm working, I can't check it till Saturday. So I mean, now I go back to work. I go back to work on the 4th, and I have a week of it. It's just going to be regular time like I'm working now. But then I go on the 11th. We start 4/10s, so I'll have Friday off at least. So I mean, I can check packages then, but it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, and I know the alternative because they were going to close our post office completely. So I'm glad they didn't do that at least. I mean, it could always be worse. I mean. So let's see. I picked this up. It's nice and freaking clean. It is like super freaking clean. I do have a battery for it. It's just not there, not on there now. But I picked this up at there's a place that's pretty close to where I live at. It's a place pretty close to where I live, and it's like it's a farm market, which is kind of strange that a farm market has computers. There's a lot of people that go in there not knowing that they have computers and stuff. And there's actually a guy that went in there. He said, "Do you know where?" I think it's Mark's. I think it's called computers or something. And he goes, "You know where that's at?" He had this big truck. I said, "Yeah, it's in here." He kind of looks at me weird, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's a farm market, but trust me, they have computers in the back." He's like, "All right." He said, "Cool, thanks." But he was looking like he was looking at me like, because I imagine that's probably how I looked at the first person that told me that there was computers in the back. And I told my brother-in-law that because he was looking for a computer for his daughter, my niece, obviously, and her name was Cheetah Warrior on here. If you guys and gals remember, if all you remember the Cheetah Warrior, I guess she still has it. She just don't get on my streams a lot anymore. But he was looking for a laptop for her, and I said, "Yeah, go there." And he gave me that same look. He's like, "Huh? Like it's a farm market, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a farm market, but they have laptops and computer, desktops and computer parts out the ass." Hey, happy holidays, buddy. Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I want to do a few more videos this week. Hopefully some gaming videos. It's been a little while since I did that. I know. Kind of got out of that. It kind of sucks, but I'm gonna be getting back into it. I kind of got my stuff set back up and got to move some stuff around. But I had to move my the background for my workstation or for my review station. That way I can actually see the CRT. I'm playing Demon's Souls on PS5 with. Oh hell yeah! Are you streaming? Are you live streaming? But anyway, it was funny because I told my brother-in-law about it, and he's like, "All right," he said, "I'll check it out." And then me and my cousin, we went somewhere. I can't even remember where we went, and we just happened to come, no stream, and we just happened to come back past the place, and I was like, "Well, let's stop in," Excuse me. We stop in there, and here's my, brother-in-law's. Well, it's technically, I guess his son's, my nephew's car. He hasn't really drove much yet. I think he did get his license finally, or his learner's permit. But the car was sitting there, a little black car. So that looks like Jim's car. Go in there, sure enough, there he is. I was like, "Oh, that's crazy," because we just told him about it, and we just didn't even expect him to be in there at that moment. But there he was, and he got a decent laptop out of it, and I think it was like $200-300. It wasn't bad, but yeah, I got this one for $50, and of course it would help if I open it up, the proper way that it opens up. And they come with no hard drive. You got to put a hard drive in them and put your own operating system on them and stuff. But I haven't gotten one from that place yet that isn't awesome. That doesn't work. So, as you might remember, some of you will, some of you might not. It's where I got this one at. It's where I got this little Acer at. This is a badass little computer for what it is. I mean, you're not going to be playing any games, which, again, I'm not a real big PC gamer anyway. I'd play that. I play one game, and that's about all I'm going to play, because I don't prefer PC at all. It's just, I don't know. It's not in my blood to play PC. I never played PC game. I mean, now, like Apple, back in the day, Apple, I played like Oregon Trail, stuff like that. But anymore, But I figured, like I said, I'd play, one game. Since I bought a gaming PC, I figured I'd at least try one game. But anyway, it has Windows 7 on it. Again, it didn't have a hard drive. Had to reinstall Windows 7 on it. But for what it is, just picking it up, browsing the internet a little bit, watching a stream or something, watching Game Dungeon Productions, for instance, right here. Like I didn't say it yet, but yet Mr. Game Dungeon Productions, he's on YouTube. You can check some of the stuff out on YouTube. He's got a bunch of videos on YouTube, but he's now on Twitch, so make sure you check him out on there. Right now he's not streaming, but he's playing PS5. Pretty awesome. But yeah, I mean, for what it is, it's not bad. You know. But I mean, it works great. You can tell it was a Penn State. It says Penn State right on the back. Penn State Altoona. Office of Information Technology. But I mean, it works great for, you know, like I said, you're not going to do a lot with that, but this laptop here is definitely going to be a lot better. My other laptop, it's not broke per se. It kind of is, kind of isn't. It's got a fan issue. This thing comes up, says about a fan all the time. It's not a horrible issue, but I got a fan and it ended up not being the right fan, so I just like heck with it. I'm going to stop in and see if there's a cheap laptop, and found one for $50. It's a little project I can work on, get it going. I'm sure it works. Here's the battery for it. I'm sure it works, but just I gotta get a little time to tear into it and get it going. So give me something to do while I'm off still, you know. Instead of sitting on my laurels, you know. I don't like doing that. Like, once in a while I do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Once in a while I sit on my lazy ass on the couch and watch something, and kids sit up there with me and watch TV, you know. But I try to do something, you know. I get bored, like, when I'm just sitting there a lot of times. But, I mean, you gotta spend time with family. I mean, that's why you have a family, so. But then, you know, when it gets later in the evening, that's why I come out here and I get a little bored or whatever, and I start trying to fall asleep, and my wife looks at me and she says, "Why don't you go to the shed before you fall asleep? It's 6:30, you shouldn't be going to bed yet." But yeah, I gotta clean up a little bit in here again. I want to clean up. Like I said, I'm gonna do some more streams, some more live streams. Kind of had a late start. I wanted to start at like 11. I start fiddling around and looked at the time. I'm like, holy crap! It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I better do something. You know, some sort of stream. You know, whether how, you know, regardless of the length of it. But again, be watching out for the 400 subscribers, obviously, because I'm getting pretty close to it. It goes up and down. I'm not sure. I mean, I know why it does, but I know sometimes the one time I dropped like 2 or 3 subscribers, and I knew then at that time the reason is because there was like trolls coming in. There was at least 2 or 3 trolls that came in, and trolls, what they normally do is they normally subscribe to different channels. That way they know when you're live. That way they know when to come in and start messing with you. So if you block them, or ban them or whatever, block, ban, whatever, it actually removes them from your friends, or it actually removes them from your subscribers. So therefore, that's how you lose some. But that hasn't happened in a while, so I know it's not that. It's just, you know, I haven't been putting out enough stuff. Different type. I've been trying to do different types of stuff so much that I haven't done what I want to do, and that's play games. And I need to start doing that again. It's so easy to get in the habit of being lazy and not. Once you get in that groove, you gotta get yourself out of it if you want to, you know. But I have my game console set up here. Super Nintendo, Genesis, and Nintendo. Still have them set up on my little shelf here. Don't have to mess with any of them back there, which is awesome. Had the little mini NES. One of them called it the Super Nintendo Mini, and then one of them calls it the Super Nintendo 2 or something. I'm not quite sure exactly what they call it. If you look at the console itself, it just says Super Nintendo. It doesn't say anything else but Super Nintendo. So I'm going to call it the smaller Super Nintendo, or second version of it. And then I got the 3rd generation Genesis There's actually 3 of them. There's actually 4 if you count this. There's another model that's even smaller, that's barely big enough to put a cartridge, but I don't count that one. It says Sega on it, but it's not a full-blown console. Like it might have some compatibility issues, and I don't like that. Like, a lot of people tell me, why don't you get one of those all-in-one things? And I've had one. I bought one really cheap one time, but I got rid of it pretty quick because, again, it doesn't play like the Sega side of it. Didn't play Sonic. Blah, blah. Now, what's more Sega than Sonic? I mean, if it doesn't play Sonic, then you may as well not be playing Sega games. You know what I mean? I can't remember if it played Golden Axe, which is one of my favorites for Sega. I can't remember if it played that or not, or if I even tried it. But I tried a couple Sonic games, and I'm like, nah, they're not working. I'm getting rid of this, you know. But they're all right. But it's kind of, I don't know. The word I want to use is abomination when it comes to like a true retro gamer, because they don't want that all-in-one crap. It's convenient if you don't have a lot of money, per se, I guess. But a true gamer, like, well, for instance, Mr. Game Dungeon Productions here, they want the actual console. They don't want some rip-off, you know, console that, like, plays the emulation off of the cartridge or whatever it's doing, and it just doesn't sound right or look right or whatever. So, I mean, you don't want that. I mean, I do some emulation because I don't have a lot of titles. Mr. Game Dungeon Production does a little bit of emulation, not much, but he's got, you know, tons of actual physical copy games. I try to do some streams that are not emulation for the most part, but then, like, the next one I do this week probably is going to be emulation, just because it's just easier to do it like that. You can take requests. Like I said again, I don't have a huge library of games. Still building my collection. I am starting to build it back up, though. I mean, I'm starting to build it up, so. But until that happens, you know, you kind of have to go with the emulation. If you want somebody to come in and say, hey, can I see this game? You know, and you probably don't have it. People come in a couple times and ask for a game and you don't have it. They're probably not going to show up again. So that's kind of my look on it. And plus, I have the Xbox that actually plays on the CRT. You want the CRT. You don't want the flat screen. Every once in a while I'll do flat screen. I haven't done it in a while for retro games, but it just looks better on the CRT. Now, there's a lot of people that make the argument that it looks better on flat screen when you're streaming, and that for the PS4 camera, that may be true, just because the PS4 camera is garbage. Sorry, it just is. I have 10-year-old cameras that are better than the PS4 camera, but if you're there in person playing a game, it looks better on the CRT. And I know a lot of people, I tell a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I tell a good many people that, and they look at me like I'm an idiot. Like, how could it look better on the CRT? I'm like, well, that's what the game console was designed for. You know, so naturally, that's its native, its native form, its native, what's the word I'm looking for? Resolution. There we go. That's its native resolution. So when you put it on the CRT, the TV knows what to do with it because it's designed for that. You know, if you put it on a flat screen, is it going to work? Yeah, but the flat screen just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't know what really to do with certain things, and it just doesn't look right. It looks worse. But I get somebody's argument, like if I take the Raspberry Pi out of my arcade cabinet and put it on the flat screen and run retro games, the PS4 camera is probably going to pick that up better but only because there's less reflection, there's less light reflection off the TV screen than it would be a CRT. Now I do have the flat screen, the Sony Trinitron, which makes it better. If you have the glass front that's domed in the front, you're going to get even worse. You'll still get a good picture, but just as good a picture. But if you're trying to film something, the light hitting it, you have to adjust it a certain way, because if the light hits it, you're not gonna see nothing. It's just gonna be too bright for the PS4 camera. It just doesn't do light well at all. Like, it doesn't do light well at all. It doesn't know what to do with light. And I'm kind of wishing now that I didn't make this place so bright. Like, I was thinking when I filmed that, when I did the live streams, like I said, it's been a while since I said it, but then I wasn't gonna have enough light, so I did this, and that kind of had too much light. But that's probably what I'm going to use the PC for. Mostly use the PC for. I'm probably going to go and start doing live streams on the PC to YouTube. I think it would be a lot better, and I would get used to the PC. I wouldn't have to say, well, I never used that PC. I paid $2,400 for it like 4 years ago, whatever it was, and I should be using it. And that's kind of why I did. It's kind of why I started playing the game. And the game's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not a console. Like, I'm using a controller. Hell with that keyboard shit. Like, keyboard and mouse can go to hell. I know there's a lot of people out there that use keyboard and mouse, but nah, that's not for me. I mean, I use keyboard and mouse to get on the internet, surf YouTube, yeah, fine, but gaming, to me, that's not real gaming. To me, gaming is having a controller in your hand. But I mean, people have their own opinions, I guess. But it's what you like, I suppose. I'm not trying to diss PC gamers or anything because they use keyboard and mouse. That's fine if that's what you do. That's what you do. But it's just nah. It's not for me. But hey, everybody has their own thing, you know. I collect all this stuff. Some people I know, they look at this stuff and I can see them roll their eyes. I have excellent peripheral vision, so people might not know that. I have excellent hearing and excellent sight, so excellent peripheral vision. So I mean, I can see people shake their head, and a couple people even comment. I don't care. Like, I really don't. I don't care what anybody, if you come in here and you want to see stuff in this room and watch games being played or watch me run my mouth, which normally people don't, and I understand, but if you want to do that, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. All these guys, like Mr. Game Dungeon Production, he appreciates people watching his stuff, because if there wasn't people watching it, then we wouldn't even be doing it, because just what would be the purpose in doing it if no one was watching? So, but if you want to come in and drag us through the mud, say stupid comments, like making a comment about on Jesse's stream, on Game Dungeon Production stream, about, man, I hate to pay your electric bill, it's just stupid crap like that, and just leave, just don't even come in there, like. And I know why people do it, but it just doesn't make sense to me. But if you don't want to see this stuff, if you don't like this stuff, what I'm collecting here, that's fine. I mean, nobody's telling you gotta like it. It's just, why come in here and look at it? Just saying. It's. But there's a lot of collectors, and there's a lot of people that like this kind of stuff, and there's not enough of them in the world. I mean, not enough that I know of. I'm starting to find some more people that like this kind of stuff, and which is awesome. This stuff's coming back. I mean, it's the retro gaming stuff, and it's been coming back for a while, and I'm happy about that. But met a lot of good friends through gaming and similar interests of mine, and I appreciate that. there's a couple friends that I haven't really talked to in a while, and I'm about ready to go search for their bodies. But it's all good. People have problems in their life and stuff, and I just hope they get back to me and hope they're all right. I'm not gonna mention any names, but don't want to call anybody out. I'm not mad at anybody. I just people get to people worry, stuff like that happens. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna be probably might even do another one tomorrow night or tonight or early morning. I say tonight. I say night or early morning because this happens a lot of times where I'm planning on doing it like 11 and ends up being 12, 1, 2, whatever. Like I started again. Like today I started at 2, so it happens. You lose track of time, especially when you're not working. You lose track of time real quick. But and it's even worse in the wintertime because at least where I'm at, some of you it'd be different. It might be different in different time zones. But where I'm at, like 15 minutes after 5, it gets dark. And once it gets dark, all the darker it can get, it seems like it's 10 o'clock and it's like 5:30. And you're like, what in the hell? Like, you're thinking you should be going to bed, you look at your clock and you're like, it's 5:30. It's not even close to time to go to bed. But it's weird. I know I know the time zones are different, so it's kind of. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, so that's Eastern Standard Time right now, like 5:15. It's like as damn near almost as dark as it can get. By 5:30, it's as dark as it's ever gonna get that night, and it's weird. You're like driving past restaurants and stuff, and you're like, man, they're open this late. Look at your stereo in your car, and you're like, wait a minute, it's only 5:30. Of course, it's still open. I mean, some places close earlier than that, but yeah, it's just weird. Like, as soon as it gets dark, you're just thinking, it's late, but it really isn't. Until summer comes, and it gets a little better, but. We did have a pretty decent snow up here in Pennsylvania not a few days ago, like a couple days before Christmas Eve. I collect old toys as well. Great reminder of being a kid, and they make me feel comfortable. See, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, and I appreciate people like you for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's like you want to remember. I mean, you want to grow up, obviously, and I'm grown up. I'm as grown up as I can get. I got a job. I got 2 kids. I support my family. But in my spare time, I collect this stuff. Leave me alone, But in my spare time, I collect this stuff, and I don't. I have a job, and I pay for my habit. I mean, I don't ask anybody to buy me stuff. So few friends do, but I don't ask them, and we buy each other stuff. But anyway, it's what you had when you were a child, a kid, and not only is it nostalgia for me, remember when I was a kid, remembering all the awesome stuff I had and now have again. It's also people watching, like you guys and gals watching. If I can make one person smile about something I have here, and talk about something, I've done my job that I want to do. I want people to come in here and freaking look at this stuff and and take them back to a time when things were a little more simpler, and not necessarily better, because my life's not bad, But take you back memory. Take you back in the day and remind you of different times, and that's why I do it. Especially playing the games is even better. But how was Christmas? It was great. I got a few things. Well, I'll show you on stream actually. I did a video of it, but anyway. My wife and I normally don't buy a lot of stuff for each other because we buy stuff all year round. It's mostly for the kids. Everybody knows that. For me, it's for kids, you know. But she got me a PS5 controller. I'm using this on PC right now for one game. I'm just playing it, just one game. You can also use it on the PS3, which is awesome. But then I figure, you know, once I get the PS5, I'll want an extra controller. So I already have the extra controller. But she got me that, and I got this for myself. I got me a laptop to fiddle with because I like messing with that kind of stuff, with getting laptops and you know, stuff working. But and I got her a few things. I got her a game. I got her a nice. Yeah. I mean, that's what we do it for. Like, I love meeting people that have. And Todd Jumper, he's another guy right there. He's definitely right in the same genre as this stuff behind me. Awesome guy. I don't know him as well as I hope. You know, as well as I want to know him. You know what I mean? I want to get to know him a little better. He's an awesome dude from what I know, and I just, you know what I mean. I love talking to other people that know about this stuff and appreciate it as much as I do, you know. My daughter got an Oculus VR headset. It's pretty cool. I bet it is. I was hearing that they come down in price. I mean, they come down in price on a lot of things, Black Friday and stuff, but I heard they come down in price on them. There's a lot of people trying them out. I was going to get one, but I already have the PlayStation VR, so I'm like, you know, that's good enough for me, you know. It's a little bit cheaper and it might not be as good. I don't know, but I mean it's good enough for me though. I mean it's good. But I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce your name. The second word's lad. I would assume. I don't know if you're a new viewer, but I appreciate you coming in. I kind of recognize the name, but there's so many people come in. Not that I have millions of subscribers, but there's so many people that come in and out of chats that it's hard to remember a lot of them. Like Todd Jumper, I obviously remember him, but you know what I mean. It's especially when you get old, your mind that's the first thing that goes is your memory. But I have to write my name on the back of my hand so I remember. But it's just cool to see people with similar interests, and I'm finding more people every day, and it's great. I love finding other people. I wish I could find people closer to me. You know what I mean? That are not an hour away or in another state or whatever, or 10 states over. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm grateful for the friends I have, and you know what I mean, the ones that. And definitely grateful for the friends I had that, again, like this kind of stuff and talk about this kind of stuff. Friends that like wrestling, and a lot of people don't like wrestling. A lot of my friends don't really watch wrestling. People tell you it's fake and like, yeah, no shit, you know. Yeah. I'm like, that's the worst. It's the worst thing you could say to like a wrestling fan. You know it's fake, right? I'm like, duh. I'm like, I never watch wrestling because I think it's real. You know what I mean? I'm not that thick-headed, you know? Pretty thick-headed, ask my wife, but I'm not that thick-headed. But, I mean, some of it's real to a point, you know what I mean? But, you know, the storylines are all fake, obviously. They're all predetermined and blah, blah, blah. There's always stuff that happens that's not supposed to happen. Just like in real life, but and people really get hurt. That's another thing I hate when they say, "Well, how'd they get hurt? It's all fake." And no shit, it's fake, but that doesn't mean you can't get hurt. And, you know, you screw something up. It's like stuntmen. Jackie Chan's probably had his nose broke 15 times doing what he's doing, you know. Anyone that collects. Toys is an instant friend to me. I have collected a lot of toys I lost over the years that had as a kid. Exactly, yeah, like mask toys, for instance, the masked vehicles that I reviewed here in later earlier video, or later videos here. Some of them I had, some of them I didn't when I was a kid, but I had a bunch of them and I lost them. I had tons of them. I had a big dresser and they were all covered. It was all covered, and I lost all that. And again, that's your childhood, and I've been slowly getting that stuff back. You know what I mean? I found you guys through. Well, okay, Works channel and air. Okay, Ghostbusters fan. Yeah, did you see we're actually on the. We was actually on the news, Altoona News. I don't know if you know Altoona, but Altoona is like probably the biggest, it's definitely the biggest city close to me. My name is this. First name is. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've met you before. The name kind of rings a bell, but I like wrestling too. Watched more and stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, that was my favorite time, pretty much. And before that a little bit too. Like the old stuff is what I like the best. I like it still, but a lot of it pisses me off. Like cheating all the time. Like I don't. I know it's staged. I know it is, but I'd rather make it seem like it's a fair fight, rather than having some joker in the back, on the outside of the ring, like distracting a person or hooking their leg or doing something stupid. You know what I mean? I tried VR, man. Did you really? And like some of the guys are like big, like their freaking arms are as big around as my waist, and they're like coming from behind people and beating them up like that. Like Bobby Lashley, for instance. Bobby Lashley should never have to come from behind anyone. You know what I mean? And again, I know it's fake, but he should never have to come from behind anyone and beat him up. He's a big enough guy, he should be able to come to your face and do it. Like, it just, I don't know, it just belittles the people, it seems like. And again, it's fake, and, the storylines are fake, obviously, but it's just, it pisses you off sometimes. But they can't please everyone. Just no one can. No one can please everyone. I mean, it's never going to happen. But yeah, I'm a huge wrestling fan myself. I've been watching it since I might have watched it in the womb. I don't know. Probably at least since I was 4 years old. So it's been quite a while ago. I'm 43 now, so it's been quite a while ago. Same here with getting stuff back. How old are you? Do you remember like the old wrestling, or like were you around like 70s, 80s? I'm thinking you're probably younger than me, but I could be wrong. I've guessed that before, and young. Yeah, another live a few. But I remember probably my favorite wrestler of all time. If I had to pick one, my favorite wrestler of all time would be Roddy Piper. If I had to pick one, it would probably be It would definitely be Roddy Piper. He's pretty much my favorite of all time. But used to watch wrestling all the time, and so much. Yeah, I remember that. To me right now, wrestling doesn't have. Yeah. Yeah, that's how my daughter got her name, Piper. That's how she got her name, from Roddy Piper. A lot of people were, for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason people were like, did you get that from Charmed? And I'm not knocking the Charmed. I'm not knocking the Charmed show. I love the Charmed show. But that's not where I got it from. You know, I got it from Rowdy Roddy Piper. Sucks to me. Taker retired, but times go by so fast. Yeah, I hear you there. Yeah, well, it's tough when they have to retire and stuff, and then another thing I don't like is and it might not be able to tell you. It's probably some sort of what am I trying to say? It's probably within like the laws of the country or state or whatever they're in, but it's probably a law that they can't tell you. But like wrestlers just disappear, like here today, gone tomorrow, and they don't even mention them anymore. Like where'd this person go, or where'd that person go, or like where'd Edge go? Like he was supposed to, like he came back, and they made a big deal about his return, and where is he? You know, where is he at? You know, and stuff like that, and them leaving, and you don't even know where they went. Wrestling from the 80s, I am older than 47. Okay, yeah, just a few years older, but yeah, same. What am I trying to say here? Same generation. There we go. Same generation. Yeah, but yeah, I remember watching wrestling quite a bit. Like, and I got another funny story about that. My pap, he used to. I say our pap because I lived on their farm every summer and helped them out on the farm. And my cousin, he's more like a brother to me than he ever was a cousin. And I remember our pap watching it, and it used to come on real late, like Saturday night or Saturday night's main event used to come on really, really late or early morning. I'm thinking 10 or 12 or 11 or 11, 12 or 1 or something. I mean, it used to come on late and go off early in the morning, like a lot. And I feel Macho Man, yeah, definitely. But and he's like, he told us the one day, he goes, I love watching that wrestling, kids. He said, but I can't stay up that late. He said, because we got to get up and get milking and stuff, and us young kids, we could do it. I mean, just because we were young and we didn't have to get as much sleep. And I said, once you get a VCR, Pat. Now picture, my pap was born in 1911, so he was like my age before they even come out with televisions. So he looks at us like, what are you talking? We may as well have been speaking Greek or some alien language that we don't know, and we're trying to explain to him about this VCR, and he just thinks we're flat out lying to him or being stupid, and he just like grinning at us, like shaking his head like, what are you talking about? And yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, he did get hurt, now that I think of it. But yeah, and it's like, so I was like, well, here's the thing, just go buy a VCR and a couple tapes, and we'll tape it for you. And again, he was like, I don't know how to operate that thing. And I'm like, don't worry about it. Just buy a VCR and buy a couple tapes, and we'll tape it for you, and we'll show you. And it just boggled his mind. Like I said, he was born in 1911, so he was 40 couple years old before they even came out with TV. Because I think they came out with TVs in like 54, 55, or 54, 55, somewhere in there. They come out with televisions, and so he was 40 some years old before they come out with televisions, like I said. So it was really it boggled his mind, like he couldn't grasp the concept. But then he got into it, and I don't think he ever did program it, but he knew how to operate it. Like after we would record the show for him, then he could operate it. But it was a little bit of a learning curve. It was teaching an old dog new tricks, literally teaching an old dog new tricks. So, but he just thought that shit was like alien. Like, man, how's that even possible? You could pause you can pause it. I said, you can pause it. He goes, oh, no, you can't. I'm like, yeah, watch. And pause it, and the wrestlers are sitting still. He said, well, how did he get him to sit still like that while you go to the bathroom? Oh, it was comical. I wish I would have had a phone like this back then. I would have made $1 million on YouTube just showing them videos on YouTube. So yeah, it's pretty comical. It was pretty hard explaining stuff to them, but we're just like, just go get it and we'll do it for you, and we'll show you how to operate it. We'll show you how to play it back or whatever. And then he went and bought like 20 tapes. I'm like, what the hell's going on out there? Like, you don't need to buy that many tapes because we can record over them and stuff like that, So, know whether they hit that damn building or not. I hope not, because somebody gonna get hit too. But anyway, we can record over the tapes, and he's like, you don't know what's going on. But it was funny. It was a pretty funny story. Like, I thought a truck was. Yeah, they do that shit this time all the time, and yeah, people have been complaining. So eventually, there's gonna be cops out here, and yeah, it's gonna be a mess. That's all they do. Like around this time, they don't. During the day too, but most of the time, right now. Like, yeah, I know it's morning, but I don't know whether they hit something or if they just spun up stones and hit my shed or what it was, but bunch of kids, need to grow up. But anyway, grow up and get some responsibility. I'm sure we all know people like that, but anyway, want to come on here and do something today, and it's turned out way better than I thought it would. I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I'm not leaving. I'm not saying I'm leaving right now, but I appreciate everybody stopping in and talking. I really do. I love talking. Like I said, I love talking to people especially people that share my similar interest. I'm sure obviously that's the way with everybody, but and I'm meeting a lot of new people, and it's really awesome to meet more people. You know what I mean? Trying to meet as many people as I can, obviously. And we got retro gaming stores cropping up. Like I can't remember what the one store was, but then they went all to cartridges galore. I don't know if anybody watching knows what I mean by I say cartridges galore, but they're starting to crop up more places. They actually bought out another company, but yeah, getting pretty awesome. Like there's a lot of stores now that sell stuff, like, because GameStop stopped selling the stuff years ago. Like on their website they do. Although on GameStop's website, last I was on there, they did sell a little bit of stuff like old Nintendo games and stuff. But now we have kids that don't know how to work. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, John, definitely. They're like trying to push the button, and they're like, "What in the fuck is going on? What is that? What is this crap?" I've never seen something like this. But I haven't seen one of them in years, but still know how to operate it for sure, because that's what my pap had. Yeah. But yeah, and I noticed that history is going to shit too. Like, a lot of kids today, if you ask them what the Emancipation Proclamation is, they couldn't tell you. They don't have a clue. They don't even. They just look at you like, huh? How do you spell that? You know what I mean? And they just have no clue. Like, it's sad. It really is. And you can't blame it on the kids either. You got to blame it more on the people teaching them stuff. Like, You got to teach them that kind of stuff. You got to teach them history. You got to teach them so they know where our country was and how far our country's come. You know, how far it's progressed. You know, and I'm not saying all schools do that, but there's a lot of kids that don't know anything about it. Like, and especially now because people are getting so offended by statues and all kinds of. Yeah, I know what you meant, John. But yeah, so they get so butthurt on stuff. Like, they're so easy to get offended on anything. They want to tear down everything, tear down statues, whatever. They want to loot, and I don't know what looting has to do with anything. Like, what does looting have to do with someone being racist? Like, you might be looting you might be a colored person, you might be a black dude or woman, and you might be looting a store. It might be owned by blacks. What sense does that make? Like, how are you getting your point across that you're just trying to make an excuse to freaking do stuff like that, you know? And here he comes back. Shit gets old. But yeah, it's crazy world we live in now, so it's all the more reason to have stuff like this and to talk to people like you know what I mean? And get your mind off stuff, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't get like older people don't get playing video games. All them kids do is play video games. First of all, I don't play as many video games as people think I do. I wish I did. I wish I didn't have any responsibilities and all I had to do all day was play video games. That'd be great, but that's not the case. Who started you? Retro gaming Ghostbusters? Okay. Well, one of the founding members right here, Mr. Prime John 1, Transair 38, if you know him, and me, we're like the three main founders of Retro Gaming Ghostbusters. Aaron's basically the leader of the group because he's the one that everybody contacts normally. He's the one that puts the most money into it without even asking them. Like, he's the one that puts the most, you know, just, you know, I don't have a lot of money because I got 2 kids and I do what I can, you know. But he's the one that most of the people contact and with the gigs and all that stuff. And I came up with the logo, the name and the logo, stuff like that. It's a group effort, you know, between the 3 of us. And then we have other members too. I'd say 5 or 6 members altogether. One of our members that we don't even know. I mean, we know his situation, but he hasn't talked to us in a long time now. So his wife and him broke up, and he hasn't talked to us in a long time. So we still wish him well. We don't have no hard feelings. I think I can speak for all of us when I say we don't have no hard feelings toward him, but we just hope he's all right, doing all right. But maybe we'll hear from him again soon. You know, who knows? I don't know what it's like to go through a divorce. I've been married 19 years, and I know it would be hard to go through a divorce, but I have no idea how it would be. You know what I mean? So I can't judge anybody that, you know, I can't, you know what I mean? I can't, you know, just assume what is going on. So, but yeah, it's basically us 3 are the main guys, and we're the ones that come up with all the stuff, and we are actually on the news, Altoona News, WTJA, WTGE or TJA or WTAJ, yeah, WTAJ. You could probably find it on YouTube, maybe. I'm not sure if you could find it. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube just to see if it's on there. But my wife did. My wife did do a screen recording of it. So I have a screen recording of it, and I can upload it to YouTube, which I probably will do at some point, just to show you guys and gals the video of when we was on the news and shit. Pretty awesome. And everybody knows I cuss on here. That's why it's 18 and plus. But when I go to events, when I do stuff like that, I don't cuss. I know it's probably hard to believe, but it's true. There's a time and a place for everything, you know what I mean? You don't go around kids and swear and cuss and, do stupid stuff that you wouldn't want a kid to do. You don't want to be a bad role model, because then you won't be doing too many charity events. They won't want you there. Very cool. A local Ghostbusters group and wants me to join. That's awesome. That's definitely good. I mean, anytime you can do something for your community. We haven't done anything this year much. We have done some stuff, but with COVID-19, obviously, it's put a big damper on our situation. We did go to a church and hand out gifts, and we had some gifts left over, and that's when we went to a Walmart, pretty local Walmart up the road, about 45 minutes away from my house, and give out the rest of the gifts that were left over. And that's when this guy came up. He goes, "I'm with WTAJ News." He's like, "Can I film you a little bit and interview you and stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" And so then they put us on the news. It was pretty awesome. Mostly it's not for, look at me. But the biggest reason I like it is because hopefully more people will see it, and they'll look us up on YouTube, or Facebook, excuse me. They'll look us up on Facebook and get more gigs, get more, and we're not getting paid to do this. So it's not like, okay, we're going to be rolling into money now. But no, we want to get as many gigs as we want, obviously, so we can get as many donations as we possibly can, so we can, so we can do as much gift giving and whatever we're going to buy to give out to families around Christmas, So the better we do, the better we can do for someone else, So we don't keep the money, obviously. But it's definitely a worthwhile thing to do, I like to say there's not enough of it, but there's quite a bit of it, but in certain areas there's not enough. More people need to do a little something for somebody, you know what I mean? And not everybody has the money. We don't have the money. That's why we take donations. We take, you know what I mean? We say, we're like when we put our slime out on our table, they're like, how much does that cost us? It's a $2 donation. And that tells the people that we're not keeping the money. We're immediately putting it into a fund for the end of the year. We hand out gift cards. This year we handed out toys. Next year we'll probably do both. We'll hand out some gift cards, hand out toys. Kids love that stuff. They ate it up when we went to Walmart. The managers and stuff at the store, they wanted to cooperate with us in any way, shape, or form they could. They announced it over the loudspeaker. I wish I would have got my phone out, because this guy, the manager of the Duncansville Walmart, was awesome, and he announces across the loudspeaker, and he did an amazing job at doing it too. He did an awesome job at it. He should be like on radio or something. Maybe he was one day ago, but he did an awesome job, and we got quite a few kids coming out, and it got a little bit emotional, So very cool. Yeah, I got it. I'll have to upload that. I'll have to upload that video. I have the video, but I can actually play the video. It's not like I'm going to copyright strike. It's me, me and Aaron, So it's Aaron and I doing the. Let me see here. I'll still upload it, but I'll just show you here. It's only like a minute and a half, or it's not very long. Okay. All right.
Well, if you're a Ghostbusters fan, there's a Ghostbusters group that's not too far away. Our Tiffany Rizzo explains how they were spreading some Christmas joy today. And Tiffany, what did the group actually do?
Matt, who are you going to call? Well, the Retro Gaming Ghostbusters of Fulton County, of course. This organization does local charity events and around Christmas time gives out gifts for the holidays. You may even have seen them at the East Freedom Walmart.
Here's my Jeep.
That's where they were yesterday, spreading
Mr.
holiday cheer.
Slimer 1.
Ghostbusters Aaron Seville says they try
They
to
say
get out
Seville,
and
it's
do as much
Seville,
as they
but
can for
they
the
just
community.
pronounce his name
We all
wrong, but
know how
that's fine.
families are struggling, especially this year with COVID.
Mr. Trans Aaron 38,
really
also known
really
as
bad.
Smokescreen 38.
This year we didn't do too much charity events as well as what we planned on trying to do. But we plan on doing
Yeah,
more
we do
for the
birthday
community
parties as well, yep.
and help to give back what people deserve.
Seville says they will continue to serve communities in the area. In studio, Tiffany Rizzo, WTA.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's like, can we take your pictures and video and interview you a little bit? I'm like, yeah, why not? Any publicity is good publicity, you know what I mean? Get our names out there a little bit more, and the more stuff we can do, the better we can help people, you know? It helps us help everyone else, you know what I mean? So, I'll definitely be uploading that, though. I'll upload it on the channel probably tomorrow, more than likely. It's going to take a while for this to upload. I'm going to make sure I put all the links in the description once it has uploaded. It's still screwed up on how this works. I need to start looking. I get my laptop working. That's, but I got a little netbook. That I showed earlier. I'm gonna have to start getting on there and looking for the videos, because with your phone, I don't know if anyone else has the problem. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know. I get on there like right now. Like, say it starts uploading now. Like, I shut the video off and it starts uploading. Tomorrow around 2 o'clock in the evening, I still won't be able to see it on my. If I go into my videos and hit your channel, I won't be able to see it. I'm like, why can't I see it? You know what I'm saying? But if I go in like I'm not myself, go in there and just search like everyone else does, I'll find it. And then I can, but I can't find it on my channel until like almost a day later. It's weird. I don't get it. But I go in there and put the links in the description, and obviously the ones I do with my phone, I can just put the links in the description before I even upload it, while I'm uploading it. But, before I upload it and put everything in there. But these kind of videos, I got the this isn't for kids 18 plus typed into so it puts it up automatically, but then the links I have to put in later. And I do have a couple extra links, so make sure you check out. I got Crimson Raptors. Let's see, I got Crimson Raptors that I just put in, and I got Danny Dolphin, and there's another one. I can't ever remember what the other one is. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely, I'm hoping to do more stuff like that, just to get her name out there a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like I said, the more you get it out there, the better. I mean, there's a few other groups in Pennsylvania, but they don't do much. Like, they're like, oh, look at our screen-accurate car. Who cares? Kids don't care about a screen-accurate car. You know what I mean? They might think it's awesome, but I have a freaking Slimer mobile, and they just go ape shit over that thing. Of course, I don't use those words when I talk to them. And there was never a Slimer mobile. Slimer 1 doesn't exist except for in my imagination and what I made. But kids go nuts over it, and that's what you want. You're not in it to say, look what I have, or to look at other Ghostbuster groups and say, look what I have, and blah blah blah, like the idiots that get on there and bash the spirit packs. Oh, you're not a true Ghostbuster fan if you have your spirit packs, because we have modded spirit packs. Like, Well, then give us your wallet so we can buy the $2,000 packs you guys buy. We don't have that kind of money. And again, the kids don't care. They don't care if it's a $70 pack or if it's a $300 pack or if it's a $2,000 pack. They don't care. They see that and they love it, you know, and that's what you want. And as long as it makes them happy, that's what you're trying to do, you know what I mean? So, but there's a lot of haters, like they're trying to brag about it. Like, you're supposed to be a charity organization. You're not there to brag about what you have and what someone else doesn't have, because no matter what you have, there's always somebody that has more. There's always someone that has more. So, I mean, but doing charity events isn't about that. It's about reaching out to the community. It's about getting donations so you can help people that are down on their luck or that might not have. Well, I didn't finish even saying what I was going to say. When we was there after we did this interview and stuff, there's a couple emotional ones. This older lady comes up, and when I say older, I'm thinking 60s, not old, but older, you know. Comes up, she goes, I'd really like to get a gift from. Do you have a gift I can give my grandson? I give her a Transformer, compliments of Mr. Transaran 38, and she, oh, he's gonna love this, and she was like getting emotional, like you're welcome, like give it to him, and hopefully he loves it. Oh, he'll love that. And then another lady comes up to us, the last one. I'm glad she came up to us because we was about ready to leave. We was about ready to pack up stuff and leave. And she comes up and she said, she gave us a story about it. And I can't remember the exact way it went, but I guess this kid's parents passed away, and I guess her aunts or something are taking care of them or something, and they don't have any Christmas. They're not going to have many gifts for them or nothing. Or I think it might just be one kid. I can't remember if it was. I think it was more than one kid, but we had like four gifts left over. And it was just a girl. Okay, now that I remember, it was a girl, just one kid, and he's like, well, mostly we had stuff for boys. Well, we looked and we had the Robin. The Robin that's up here, you can't see it, but the Robin that's in the series of the Doomsday build or whatever. But she happens to be a female Robin because it's like a different dimensional Robin. You know what I mean? How they do that. And we had a Black Widow, who's another female figure. So we had two female figures there, plus we had a couple Hot Wheels cars. Everybody loves Hot Wheels cars, no matter if you're a girl or boy. So we gave them all four of them, and she was tickled to death, like, to get them. So it was great that we gave her 4 extra gifts to open, you know. It might have been the only 4 gifts she had, who knows. I mean, by the sound of it, she didn't have much, so, to give her, so, it was pretty emotional, yeah, it was, and that's why we do it, you know what I mean? We're not trying to make people cry, obviously, but they just do once in a while. There's a group here that... Hell yeah, definitely. Yeah, but what I was trying to say, I get into stories and I go off in the beaten path a little bit. But there's a couple more groups in Pennsylvania. There's a Central PA Ghostbusters, and they should cover our area. Central PA, that's where we're at. I mean, we could go a little more north to be central. We're more like South Central. We're like, you know, we're close to Maryland, you know, we're South Central. But we're still Central PA, and they don't really cover, we don't ever see them out. Only when it's like a Comic-Con or when they can come and flash their, and it's not 100% screen accurate car, but it's pretty good screen accurate car when they can flash that around, you know what I mean, and be like, oh, look what we have. We have the 1-on-1 skill packs instead of the 80% packs. Whoop-de-doo, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. But it seems like they want to do more bragging about what they have, and as opposed to another group of Ghostbusters. And then we met the Tri-State Division Ghostbusters. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of them. I know, obviously, if John's on here, he's heard them. They do Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia, and they're the greatest group of people there's only kind of like 2 of them now, but they're kind of who got us into it. We was already doing like Comic-Con, stuff like that, but we stepped up our game, and then when we met these guys and saw what they were doing, they do the same stuff. They've been doing it for a lot longer. It was like, we'd like to do that stuff too, so they started getting us gigs. We actually did a couple of their gigs that they couldn't make it to. They called us in. They said, well, we could send this other group of guys in. They go, oh, yeah. And so we got some of their gigs, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened, but the leader of the group of the Tri-State Division upset somebody, and he didn't do nothing wrong. But you know how people are today. They get easily, like I said before, they said earlier, they get easily offended by stuff, and got easily offended by something, and they lost a couple of the gigs that we went to because they were uninvited to go, and then when we got there, they're like, are you part of the retro? Or are you part of the Tri-State Division? I was like, no, we're not part of them. We're the retro gaming group. But oh, okay. And we didn't tell them we had any correlation with it because they told us not to, or they'd probably make us leave too. But they, so you got to watch what you do. It's easy for someone to get offended, and then you're done. You can't do it anymore, and the kids suffer, and the families suffer. From what Well done on the Christmas gifts. What a great idea! Yeah, we're going to definitely be doing it again next year for sure. Because before that, we was handing out gift cards, and they love that too. I mean, we would make sure we target people with kids. The one we give it to, they had like 7 kids. I'm like, yeah, this person definitely deserves a gift card. But kids don't care about. Yeah, really, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, kids don't give a crap about pack size. There's Mr. Transaran 38 right there. The heart of the Retro Gaming Ghostbusters. What's that sound? Oh. But yeah, I showed him the news broadcast, Aaron. I'm going to upload that to YouTube tomorrow. I guess I should have. Have you checked YouTube to see whether they actually have it on YouTube? I mean, I'll probably still upload it, but go have. Mr. Todd Jumper. You knew Todd Jumper. But, I'm pretty sure I have your link to Todd Jumper in the description below, I think. But there's another one. I can't remember who it is anymore. I keep forgetting who it is. Oh. Kids don't try that at home. Well, it's not supposed to be kids watching me, so that works. But, yeah, I showed him the clip on there. But yeah, I'm glad I decided I was just going to skip today, and I was like, yeah, but I'm going to do something. I haven't done a live stream in a while. And who's that? You talking about Aaron's car or? Oh, excuse me. I don't know if I could bring that. I'm wondering if I can bring that up on. Oops, wait a minute. Bear with me here, man. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up on. Trying to think of if I'd be able to do this or not. Yeah, they only got a little segment because they probably only had a certain time frame to be in. Yeah, it was definitely awesome to get our group name out there. We might actually have to do. Let's see if that actually. Yes, it did. Okay. All right. Now that I got it saved. Slimer 1, yeah. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Now I know I can do a. I know this is possible. I just gotta figure out how to do it. It's funny how you can find something on your phone, but when you try to send it through something, you can't find it. Try it over again. It's gotta be that. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let me do it. That's strange. I don't get it. Why it won't let me do it. I can go into it, all the... Alrighty, Mr. Todd Jumper. Appreciate you stopping in, for sure. Hope you have a good night. It's weird. I don't know why it won't let me access it. That's strange. I don't know why it's doing it like this, but it's not letting me. Not gonna let me do it. I mean, I could bring up like the picture of it. Shucks. But it won't let me bring the video up. But I'll definitely upload that. I'll definitely have to upload that to YouTube for sure. After this is done, I'll probably upload it to YouTube before I go to bed tonight, and it might actually upload before this video uploads, which is weird, but it's because stuff I do on my phone tends to upload. It uploads right away. Like as soon as it's done, it's done. It's able to be watched. It takes a while for the PlayStation. And again, for anybody that's doing this or looking to do this with the PS4 camera, the best way to do it is when you leave is to close out of the application and then turn the PS4 off in that order. Don't just turn the PS4 off. If you turn the PS4 off, what it's going to do, at least what it used to do, unless they fixed it, but what it would do is it would upload the second half. Like it would cut the video in half, upload the last half. Like say it's a 2-hour stream, it'll go an hour into that and it'll upload the last hour of it and then the first hour. It's weird, but if you do it like get out of the application, then turn it off, then it'll upload it better. It's weird. I don't know if it still does that, but that's the way it used to do it. Strange. I don't know why it would do that, but okay, so it's in Messenger. Okay, so let me go back in, knowing it's in. For some reason, it saved it in Messenger. So now that I know that, I'll go back in to see if I can find it. Okay, Messenger. So it's just showing the pictures, it's not showing... It's not showing any of the videos. It's weird. I don't know why it does that, but... I'm not sure why it does that, but... Pretty peculiar, if you ask me. I know there's a way to do videos, because Jesse does them all the time when he's showing his video at the beginning of the... Showing like his intro video. But for some reason I can't find it on here. It's weird. I don't get it. I mean, I can show the... I don't know why it keeps doing this. Try to bring up, okay, there's that. Okay, we can bring that up. There's like the there's like a snapshot of us on that little screen in the back of the thing, which is pretty neat. But it won't. I can't find the actual video on there to put on. It sucks, but. I don't know if it'll, there's definitely a way to do it. I just never really messed with that part of it, but I'll probably jump off here in a little bit. Got a couple other things I want to do here in the game room and here in the Oasis before I go to bed. Make sure to drink all my drink, because we don't want to waste soda now, do we? But, yeah, I definitely appreciate everybody stopping by, for sure. Had a really good conversation going on. I love that. I didn't expect as many people to be in here, but I'm pleasantly surprised there was. So definitely means a lot. But I'll definitely be uploading that video. So. Oh yeah. But again, be watching out for the 400 subscribers. I need what, 6 more? Yeah. Well, no, four more. Need 4 more subscribers. Yeah. 4 more subscribers, and I'll be able to do it. So, yep, night, brother. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump off here again. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure you check out all the links in the description below once they're available. Make sure you check us out on Facebook at Retro Gaming Ghostbusters, our charity group down at the bottom, as you can see. And I'm going to be uploading that video here. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be watching out for more videos coming up. And until next time, I'll meet you right back here in the Oasis.